Hello everyone, welcome to today's video and welcome to the A3, which runs between London and Portsmouth via Petersfield and Guildford. It was rerouted around here through the Hindhead tunnel in 2011. We'll start our trip today by going through the Hindhead tunnel. It's open to avoid congestion in the area, and at 1.2 miles long, it is the longest tunnel in the UK to not go underwater. I only really know the A3 route being through the Hindhead tunnel myself, as the first time I drove around here was literally a matter of months after it opened, and I never drove along the old routes. After driving us through the Hindhead tunnel, I will go and explore the area to see what remains of the old routes before this tunnel was built. According to National Highways websites, removing traffic from Hindhead village has had a significant impact on the air quality, as in 2004, Hindhead village was declared an air quality management area due to the poor air quality created by queuing traffic along the old A3. The tunnel was built at a cost of £371 million, and after opening, gradually air quality has kept improving, eventually allowing for the air quality management area to be lifted in 2015. Apparently, when they first started building the tunnel, one of the first things to do was to remove wildlife, which saw the removal of 171 reptiles, including slow worms, adders and lizards. We have come off at the first junction north of the tunnel, and we are turning left onto Boundless Road. If you look on Google Maps of the area, Google Street View is just about old enough to see where the old route was, which makes working out where to go quite easy. This road leads onto the old A3 route, and around here, the A3 is running parallel to us on the left. So where I'm standing now is roughly where Boundless Road now becomes the alignment of the old A3. Looking back at 2010 on Google Maps, before the tunnel opened, Boundless Road was a dead end here. So now, as we carry on, this part of the abandoned A3 is still drivable, although it is clearly not part of the A3 anymore. When I looked at Google Street View of the area, it looks like where I'm currently driving, traffic only went in one direction, the opposite direction to what I'm currently driving. I couldn't really 100% tell what the road really did here. It didn't really look like there was a slip road or anything around here either. It looked like there could have been another carriageway, which is probably now abandoned to my left, which carried the southbound traffic. Before too long, we come to a car park, which is as far as I can go in the car. Boundless Road continues further. I'm not very sure what the history of the road continuing down there is. On Google Street View in 2010, there were a lot of roadworks just here, obviously for the building of the new tunnel. There was a road there at the time, but the Google Street View car didn't go down there, so I'm not sure if maybe it's a new road built at the time of the roadworks, and maybe not quite open then, if it was a construction vehicles only road at the time, which is now a road that cars can use, or if there was a turning off the single carriageway A3 here, and the Google Street View car just didn't go down there. Let me know in the comments if you know. We have now parked the car, and we will continue the rest of this trip on foot along Punch Bowl Lane. On the first part of this walk, I can't help but feel it seems quite narrow for a single carriageway, so I'm guessing the trees have either grown or it was quite a narrow section of road. The area is owned by a national trust, and the walk has before been described as a super highway for wildlife. It's approximately 2 miles each way, so a little bit less than an hour to walk for the average walker. The A3 ran along here for nearly 200 years before being replaced by the Hindhead tunnel. a road of some description between London and Portsmouth, has been vital for many years, and the hills around Hindhead were always a challenge. The road used to run along a much higher section of road, but when wheel traffic increased in the early 18th century, the original road surface was struggling. By the early 19th century, carriages had got heavier, so rerouting around where we are walking was necessary to prevent horses from becoming exhausted. The walk here is very much suitable for all ages, and I'm sure if you own a dog, they would really like it here too. It would probably also be a perfect place for a bike ride as well. It is a bit bumpy in places though, so I probably would recommend either a mountain bike or a bike that can at least take some bumps. If you only do the walk in one direction, make sure you look behind you as well, as there is plenty of amazing scenery both ways. This area opens out, and if you look on Google Street View, that was the case when it was a road, and there was a crash barrier running through the middle. Around here, we are walking on top of the Hindhead tunnel. It has to be said, the scenery is amazing, and it's a great place to walk even if exploring the abandoned road isn't your main interest. At the end of this path is a car park and visitor centre, which is all owned by the National Trust. It is quite clear from here where the A3 continued, which is now basically the exit from the National Trust car park. The visitor centre has many useful facilities, including a cafe, which I must say I highly recommend the Victoria sponge cake. If you'd like to come and visit, the first thing I'll strongly say is you won't regret it, as it's such an incredible place. Driving via the new A3 is definitely the easiest way of coming. Hindhead doesn't have a railway station, but your nearest railway station would probably be Haslemere, which is served by trains from London Waterloo, and there seems to be buses in the area to Haslemere and Aldershot. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Please let me know in the comments if you have any memories of driving along the A3 when it used to come around here. Please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.